You want to know why I hate books? Yeah, I woke up today and chose violence. When I was a wee lad, I read the Harry Potter series 3 times. 3 times! Then after the movies came out, I couldn't remember a single thing that happened in the books. My headcanon had been completely rewritten by Hermione stealing all of Ron's best lines and the infamous, "Harry, did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire?" There's a few other moments I can't remember because, well, I don't remember. And that's not because of the movies. I genuinely can't remember details or even entire plots from other books I've read. And I've read at least 3. Maybe 4. Now compare that to Calvin and Hobbes, rightfully labeled as the last great newspaper comic, and on a bad day, I could probably quote 80% of the entire collection. Why, you ask? Because I have an insanely haphazard imagination and comics hijack my focus. If I'm reading a book, my imagination starts to multitask and tends to wander. But the visual elements in comics and the way they're written leave less wiggle room for my attention span. And no, I don't have ADHD. At least, I don't think I do. Hey, have you guys seen Oppenheimer? Comics incorporate artistic expression in every aspect of their production, including the dialogue and certain visual elements that need some kind of sound effect without being overly descriptive. Whether it's booms, cracks, kapows, Wolverine's claws going snicked, Spider-Man's webs going thwip, a tree falling in the forest. Wait, each action can have a word or phrase attached that gives the action a different kind of 3-dimensional layer. And the best part of that process is those words only have to be phonetically correct. The key word being fun. Fapun. What are you, the fapun police? So you can be as creative as you want, just so long as it looks like it sounds. Your character dialogue also falls under the same rules and is completely left to your artistic interpretation. But you still need to spell properly. You don't want to look illiterate. You mean stupid? Yeah. So, what follows are some super official, universally respected laws that I definitely didn't just make up. And in true Christopher Nolan fashion, we're starting from the end and working towards the beginning. Number 3. What? Who the heck is Isaac Newton? Shh, it's starting. Sarge, we're pinned! They won't let us move an inch! Timmy, we need that nest cleared out. Hit him with the launchers!
Launcher's busted, Sarge! We've only got grenades!
Well, what are you waiting for? Snap out of it, soldier! Do you want to be a sniveling loser your whole life? Or do you want to man up and be a hero?
I don't know.
That was rhetorical. Jeez, Timmy. We don't have time to cram another one of your juvenile character arcs into this segment, so grab a grenade and show those animals out there what proper lettering is supposed to look like.
Okay, here goes.
What the heck,
What
Timmy?
was that?
Oh my gosh, Timmy.
Timmy, that was really pathetic.
Ice firecracker,
Man,
ding
he's
dong.
never
played a sport in his life.
I'm sorry. Let me try again.
We're counting on you, Timmy.
Oh, Timmy. When you illustrate an explosion, your kaboom or whatever you decide to throw in there will immediately become part of the art. There's a reason comic publishers hire folks whose only job is to letter their books, because lettering is an art form. It has to make sense and mesh with the aesthetics you've created, but it also has to stand out so you can actually read the dang thing. Your comic doesn't even have to be action heavy for these sound effects to be highlighted, so if there's something significant like a phone ringing, a door slamming, a dog barking, a tree falling, especially if you want to highlight sounds that, if your comic were a movie, the audience would hear, but only the important sounds. We don't need to hear every footstep unless a character is trying to be quiet and steps on a twig or something, or a branch. It's like a dead tree hair. I will find a tree pun. I need more time! There's a million different ways to format your letters for these sounds, so I strongly encourage you to test out different styles on your own. And shoot, this is a great excuse to go to a comic shop and buy some comics to see how other folks do it. And if you're not sure what comics to get, strike up a conversation with the guys who work there and get some comic recommendations. Speaking of conversations, number 2. Dialogue in comics reads left to right, top to bottom. Text bubbles can be meshed together or detached with a little strand connecting them to emphasize pauses or allow another character to speak. When it comes to fonts, there's tons of free ones out there, so keep the aesthetics of your story in mind while you shop around. The nice thing about comic dialogue is that you can go above and beyond when you have a character emphasizing something or just yelling in general. So give your character some colorful language. You know what I mean. The reason I'm telling you about text so soon is because I arrange my pages by putting the text on them first. When I'm writing the script, I don't want to worry about what a panel is going to look like, so I just write the conversation as organically quickly as I can, and I worry about the panels later. Then when I get to organizing the page and planning the panel layout, I just copy and paste what the characters are saying to each other and sketch out where I think the panels will go. And if you already have your fonts and lettering style figured out, that's one less thing you'll have to overhaul when doing final touches. And yep, we've made it to the final rule. Number 1.
Hold up, buckos. My name's Timmy, and I'm here to make sure you don't get away with being lazy and not following your dreams. You don't have to draw or be an artist, but you have to do something. Find that potential within you and pursue what makes you happy. It doesn't have to be your job, it could just be a hobby. But as long as it gives you the skills to grow discipline in your life and give you something to work towards, that's all you need. And if you don't, I've got more grenades up my sleeves with proper lettering this time. Capiche?
Yeah, we got it. Spruce? Don't you mean truce? Maybe sign a little peace treaty? Huh? Extending an olive branch? What is happening? Maybe share some root beers?
No!
Time to put this surrender in the captain's log.
Roll the credits.
No way to have more, please!